If you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain.
Make people know who you are. Why do you want to be invisible?
I'm not posting content. I'm figuring out how to get people's attention. Bear in mind when I started, I did 2-hour lives every single day for like 6-8 months. I woke up, I was broke before that.
And I just remember going back to the hotel saying, yo, Dudley, them man are big.
And over that 8 weeks, I've produced probably like 200 pieces of content. Over 60 coaches are now on the platform in 24 hours, locked in a dark room for days and days and days over the last 2 months.
I was doing word of mouth sales because people were having it and they're getting hot. So word of mouth was like, bah, 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 bah.
I think if you can get to the point where you are putting out content that resonates with your past self, you've already got an understanding of somebody before you actually know somebody.
The Alex Hormozi experience, didn't you go to that in Las Vegas?
Do you know what crazy? We was in like the top 10%.
Hopefully, by watching this and learning our stories, you'll buy our shit, basically.
You're not supposed to do that.
Don't just watch what I'm doing as a consumer. I'm doing stuff to make you buy from me just as much as I want you to do that stuff to then you can go get other people to buy from you. So learn from it. I'm saying it straight and direct, breaking the fourth wall and telling you this is why we do this stuff. Yeah, with the guys. And I don't even know what we're going to talk about. Well, I do know what we're going to talk about. Everything, content, story, business, money, life. That's the kind of
The sauce.
Yeah, the sauce that we've got to bring you. So let's have it. But you know who I am. Well, let's just introduce them guys first. Go on, Theo, you go first. Who are you?
So, you know me. If you don't know me, I'm Barrett.
We're all just like, you know me.
I know,
you know everyone. These people apparently just know us.
I'm used to it's the camera talking.
The thing is, everyone has their own audiences. We all have our own audiences, so we all expect, oh yeah, you know me.
You know,
but there's going to be people from your audience tapping into my and Brandon's audience tapping in. So yeah, let's just pretend no one knows us. Go on.
So my name's Theo. Yeah, my name's Theo. Yeah, I can call me Barrett, whichever. I'm good with either. Theo, Barrett. Yes, my people, we got you.
Yeah, man. Brandon Dean. Go on socials, Mr. Brandon Dean as well. So that's where you've probably seen me, probably recognise the face as well. So yeah, man. Let's talk up the good stuff.
Do that again.
What's that?
Pull your mic in a bit.
Bomba.
You don't
Is that better?
Am
I good, yeah?
You're just a little bit quiet.
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Also, the other thing I'll just quickly mention, if you're talking down the camera, see the red dot on it?
Oh, yeah.
Aim for that, not the TV, because then you're looking down at the audience.
That is true. Yeah. Yeah, that is true, yeah.
What's your name? What's
All right,
your
let's
name?
restart.
So,
No, what's your name?
Alex.
Alex, cool. Thanks, Alex. Yeah.
Yeah, aim down the camera for me.
Cool.
Yeah, if you go from the start again.
All right,
go.
let's start. Let's go.
Okay.
Everyone knows me. Right,
Take
that's
two.
better to be fair. We do need to take two. We do need to take two, don't we?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are cooking up some absolute sauce for you. Talking everything money, business, content, personality, personal brand. What else do I talk about? All that kind of stuff. But I've got some other guys who their paths kind of cross in different directions. We've got Theo over here, who is the founder of Biolabs. We've got Brandon, who is just starting up as an online coach, so you can kind of bring that newcomer vibe into it and ask the questions that maybe you might be asking yourself at home as well. And he's also started a startup with your wife.
Yeah, co-founder of
how's that
Harmony
going?
Hub. Yeah, really good, man. Where do I even start? It almost feels like we've blinked and we're 2 years deep into something which just came from an idea in a bedroom. But we'll talk more about that as we get further into the video. But yeah, that's something really exciting. AI driven, therapist in your pocket talk. But yeah, I'll touch more on that in a little while. But yeah.
And how's Biolabs doing this?
BioRevive.
The BioRevive.
BioRevive Labs is doing well.
Yeah, it says right there, doesn't it?
Yeah. So BioRevive now is we're expanding to retail. So we obviously started on the whole e-commerce, social commerce platform, pushing through there, and it's still pushing through there. That's still the main driver. But now we're branching out into retail. So we've got Holland and Barrett in the pipeline, similar places like that. Holland and Barrett, to be fair, is the first one. And then from there, we're going to use that to push into the others.
I want to ask actually about the Alex Hormozi experience. Didn't you go to that in Las Vegas?
Yeah, that was sick actually.
No, it was serious. It was serious, but it was very daunting because it was very close and personal and very, obviously, see the way Hormozi does his chatting, his content, like that in person, everything's very intense.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll listen to Hormozi for hours and hours and hours, but realistically, I can only apply maybe 3% of what he actually says to my life. Do you know what I mean? Because of how much it goes in depth. So when I'm there now, in fact, even prior to being even there, I was a little bit daunted that were going to go there. I'm thinking, I don't know everything about business. I just know how to market. There's all these other little bloody, see, I can't remember the names of it, bro. Like these little broken down words where they talk about, no, it's business talking business, and no big people, the whole different chat. Yeah, big business talking.
I'm just the normal guy, not to make money online.
So it was daunting going, but I went because I knew I needed to. Because I felt like that, it felt daunting to go. I thought, right, that's probably why I need to go and be around these sort of people and have these sort of conversations. So I went there and linked up with some amazing masterminds. And do you know what was crazy? Was there were maybe 100 people in that room, and split us down into like revenue, like what you're doing across the year. And we was in like the top 10%. And these people were like smart people.
Hormozi event, man, was in the top 10%.
Top 10%, yeah. So that was quite cool. But it just shows the power of like the platform that I've chose, to be fair.
Yeah. So how did BioRevive even start then?
Do you know what that was? It was 2 different avenues that clashed. So one was coming off of bodybuilding, and then Theo, my son, will come around to a 2-3-year-old. So I'm just like, look, let's have another kid come off the juice. And obviously we'll try that path. So whenever you've been on juice, you always want that performance enhancer, don't you? So I was looking for the natural paths, trying all these tuberous terrestris and all the rest of it like you do. And then this other avenue here is Amazon. So I tried it, made a little bit of bread off it, and then I had to come off of it because it wasn't paying for my living. So I thought, right, made up the waste company. And then whenever I had like a little bit of change, I'd put it into the online. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, I'll just try again. So as I'm doing that, I'm playing around with these test boosters, and then I found one that worked for me, like literally overnight, the Tonga. And then when I went to go buy it on Amazon, now when you're doing the whole Amazon wholesale thing, you have these subscriptions that open up the back end, so you can see demand, supply, all the different numbers, and it showed up high demand, low supply. So that was like, boom. Opportunity score. So anyone knows Jungle Scout, you get opportunity scores 1 to 10, and more so like 5, 6, like a 10% margin. These were like 7 or 8. So the only thing I had of value then was a 3 series. It was a 14 plate white one, and it was on Chuck. I never paid for it. I was paying for like jibs and jabs there. Yeah. So I sold that for £3.5. So that was like a grand loss. Put 2.5 straight into the Tonga. Got that en route. I put £1,000 into some old banger, and then I drove around an old banger while obviously the Tonga was on its route, and then I started pushing that. And to be fair, it didn't go straight online. It was more so word of mouth, because TikTok Shop was still quite new to me then. So I was thinking more so get it on Amazon, because when you're doing Amazon, the initial thing you want to do is low entry wholesale, couple hundred. You know what I mean? It's a listing that's already generating cash. You just put yours in it and get the return. Yeah. Now private label, you need to create that listing, and then you need to put money into ad spend and understand PPC and all these mad things. So that is where I wanted to go to. But while I'm still working out the Amazon, I was doing word of mouth sales, because people were having it and they're getting horny. Like literally, so word of mouth was like pow, 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 pow. It was
like, my phone's got these things.
Doing its job. Like obviously I was marketing it, but word of mouth was just going crazy. So TikTok Shop came to light. Don't know how, but it did. It came out light, yeah. And then I was making videos, nothing really popped. And then it was one video that changed everything. I mean, everything. It was Christmas.
Let me guess, is it the one where you were walking in the field?
No.
That one with the horse. I seen you walking in like a horse field. That's what pulled me.
That's like a year later. This year it was Christmas, yeah, and it was these naughty little elves. So not the little elves, you have them set up for your kids, and they've done something naughty overnight. So what I did was, I put these naughty little elves in the corner. I went and bought 2 Barbie dolls, got like 2 little JD bottles, put some snow out in lines, so like cork lines. Do you know what I mean? So these elves were having a Barbie doll mash-up cork party now, yeah? So that's just there in the background. Now, that's my hook.
Yeah, visual hook.
And then she said to me, oh, what does Tonga do for you? So I'm just chatting about the Tonga.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, what's going on there? Yo, what's happening there?
Everyone's chatting about what's going on there. Yeah.
And then that changed everything, because now it's like, okay, I need to get people's attention. How do I get their attention? I need to get their attention, not pay no mind to it, and then sell them the product while they're just there for whatever. Do you know what I mean? And then that literally overnight, that was like £800 video in revenue. I woke up, £800. But bear in mind, I was broke before that. Obviously, I had money to live.
Yeah.
But when you're seeing £800 in sales overnight,
like that,
and you're not used to money like that, especially overnight, waking up to it.
But that's like me saying when I did Universe and then I turned pro, and then they're like, oh yeah, well you win $1,000.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Say what?
well, I win $1,000. It's that instant thing when you don't know that it's happening.
Well,
and
you're
then
not
you
used
get
to it. No, it's mad.
You're just like, whoa.
Well, there was
I'll
one
take
thing. There
it.
was one thing that I was saying to you the night before Universe, and I was saying to you that once you've been slogging away at something for so long, or you've got a deep-rooted passion in something, when you get your opportunity, it either exposes you or it reveals you. And in that moment, you did the latter. It revealed you, and then obviously the abundance from that then came from everything that you'd put in up to that point.
Since that moment, and it's that one moment in your life.
Yeah.
You work, and then people think, oh, you got it overnight, but no, you've been working, you've been dreaming about this moment for how long? For how long you've been dreaming and working towards this moment? But then, just like with Theo there, overnight something happens, and it's the beginning of everything. But then it's your job to not get complacent. Because your complacency will kill you. Then you just get happy with what you've done. You can't.
Yeah.
You've got to get even more obsessed.
It's the killer of dreams, complacency.
The right mindsets, like us, we will just get even more obsessed. We see that little bit coming in and we say more. We're never satisfied, which is kind of not maybe a good thing, but
But that's the reason you'll get to
that's the reason you get there.
that place in the first place. Is because that is the mindset.
Yeah, 100%. And it's almost like that's ultimately the fuel. And if you're still trying to drive that vehicle without the fuel that got you to that destination, you ain't going nowhere else. Do you know what I mean? So 100%, man. But that whole weekend we spent at that Universe Expo, that was incredible, man. Just like for me coming into the bodybuilding industry as an amateur, never done it before. The week prior to that, I did my first time as show, won the overalls, and then I was invited to the Universe where I was up against enhanced pro athletes, and I'm a natural men's physique athlete myself. So when I walked into the pre-tan the day of my show, because Dudley was in the qualifier, smashed that, got the overall, got the sword, and then I went to the pre-tan. And there was a guy who stood in front of me. For you bodybuilding fans, you'll know him, Tamas.
The pre-tans when you pre
everyone's there naked, looking around like this.
Do you know what it is as well to experience that for the first time? You got guys in there with the sock on the giant as well. You're just like, what the fuck is this in a mandingo party? But
I'm at that point now where I don't even care. Off whatever. When you first go in there, you're like,
nah, more for me, prison, whoosh, no, whoosh.
Well, it was like when I was getting my pre-tan done, and obviously the week before that I was up against people I'd never competed before, and there was this guy stood in front of me, and I was like, yo, this guy's back is man. I want to say back, I mean upper back, yeah. Don't get twisted. but literally like disappeared. Like this guy, massive. He's called Tamas. He actually just got his IFBB Pro card in June as well. And I just remember going back to the hotel saying, yo, Dudley, them man are big. And I was like, yo, I need to go back in the gym today. I wanted to drop down and give like 50 push-ups. But honestly, it opened my mind up to there's actual levels to this shit, man.
Yeah, that's why Tommy Fury is saying that he's going to do bodybuilding. You reckon?
Tommy Fury.
Yeah, you've not seen it. My video's gone viral, 100,000 views. Everyone comment on it. It's got like 3,000 likes.
I mean, power to him if that's what he wants to do, but it's a while away, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's saying I'm going to get £250, £300. Tommy Fury at 3. How much do you weigh?
I'm 106 kg right now.
106.
Yeah,
so
kg, don't know what in pounds.
That's £230. It's about 230, 240. So yeah, Tommy Fury says he's about to get bigger than you. Okay. You're about the same height, aren't you?
Yeah.
And how long you been doing this?
A minute.
But this is the thing. It's not overnight. And that's why it was talking like it's overnight. You don't get this big overnight. I've put years and years and years of graft into this.
Good tissue.
And then there was like 36 kg of muscle. Just saying, oh yeah, it'd be pretty wild if you put 36 kg of muscle on. But do you know how long 36 kg of muscle take? That's taken me 10 years to build that, even with the stuff that we take.
Yeah, it's long, man. It's long, definitely. Even when you're on the sauce, it's not overnight.
Yeah, and then it's also like the health implications that it can bring on as well, especially if you don't. Yeah, you might be backed by people that understand those type of products like PEDs, yeah. But it's about you actually understanding how your body reacts.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've
Self-aware.
like I said, I'm a natural athlete and I've never touched the stuff, but I can see from an outsider position how it can have an adverse effect on athletes. There's a lot of people in my gym who are now older, and you can tell that they don't necessarily bodybuild to compete anymore. But you see the acne scars on the back. You can see people one day in the gym, they're bouncing off the walls, another day they just like look like they want to kill you and they lock eyes with you. So it's a dangerous game. But to put a statement out like that, it's a real, for me, disrespect to the sport. And I don't think anybody speaking about boxing could say, yeah, I'm going to step in. It's a disrespect, 100%.
There were loads of like boxers and stuff maybe commenting on that. There's a few that were obviously saying what I said was right, but then there's a few people, the only people that are disagreeing with me are people that don't hit gym like we hit gym, because they've never, they don't understand.
They don't understand. They don't understand how long it actually takes. The graph.
Oh yeah, he can do it. He can do it. Okay, the boxer commented that, so then I can come into boxing and just say I'm going to be a pro next year and start fighting this man, knocking this guy out. You can't just do that. There's a level to it. He's never going to make out the men's physique class one. Anyway, we don't just want to talk about that. Let's bring it back to business and stuff, because that weekend at the Universe, Brandon, that's when you were starting to say, I want to be a coach, wasn't it? And we were sat the night before the show until like 2 a.m. working on these magnets.
Yeah. It's crazy because he was going out on stage. He'd actually competed in the day. So for anybody that has actually competed, you know how wrecked your body feels after you've stepped on stage. You're tensing, your body's dehydrated to hell. And then I was like, yo, Dudley, I've got this in my head. Let's get it out. And literally, like you just said, till 2 a.m. we were just on the laptop creating logos, creating lead magnets. And that is the level in which you need to be able to take yourself if you really do want to see significant change in your life. Like referring back to Theo's story on Bio Revive Labs, it took a real internal mental shift for him to do something completely different to then see a real big significant change. Like if you go from when you were in that position then to where you are now, like unrecognizable, right?
Yeah. But as you were saying that, then I was having a little flashback. So how long it actually took for me to start the process. So you're talking years prior to me actually taking action, because it was taking on research. So I started listening to the whole online space, Shopify, drop shipping, bloody wholesaling, Amazon, all them type of things, yeah. And I can remember I was a delivery driver at Getia on a little e-scooter. Yeah, these are the times when I said, right, I'm done grafting, no more madness. So for months on end, I was taking in, right, should I do this, should I do that? Listen to hour-long videos of kids explaining how they make all this money online and and then it was, I don't know why I chose Amazon, but that's the one that I chose. And then I caught lucky, I got a decent product, like a golden nugget. That's what I understand it is now. So I thought, Amazon's kind of easy. I started making mad bread, overnight, boom, boom, boom. This is lovely. And it turns out the supplier cut me off. I said, now we're going to supply bricks and mortar only. We don't want e-com coming in, taking out the people's businesses. Some people are like that, suppliers.
Yeah,
they don't like e-com.
They
just want bricks and mortar only. So they found out I was on e-com for the volume, shut me down, and then I found out, right, okay, now it's hard. But that one little golden nugget was luck. Yeah, as in the sense of, right, if it had started out bad, I might not have carried on with the e-com space. But because it started out good, and I thought my life was changing overnight, and I was seeing it come through into fruition, shut me down, bit of money, put it into the trucks, and then obviously, like I said, maybe a year or two later, went back to the Amazon space, cross paths with the tongue out, and then the rest is that.
It's all about learning, innit? It's like just putting everything into it and then learning. If you take it L, you take it L.
Really, you have to be relentless.
You go, okay, all right, cool, I'm coming back again. Because obviously when we barely even touched really on my introduction of me and the Identity Lab and like creating that. But that's come from experience of...
Where's this come from now?
I've always been good at content, Anna. I've
Yeah.
always been good at content, and like I've enjoyed content, and I've always been that creator. And that's something that I love to do. I love to create more than anything. Like creating physiques, building physiques, the art of physique coaching, creating content, like, and I just kept getting asked to do it. And obviously, I've coached guys that are coaches, so I help those guys. Like, we got that little group chat where there's a few guys that I coach that are coaches in, and we just a few little business things here and there. And I was like, you know what, I can actually make this into something because people keep asking to help with the content. So I thought, all right, cool, I'm going to make this into something. And then I just did it. And it's been, 8 weeks since I first came up with the idea.
Yeah.
To this point now we're recording this podcast. And over that 8 weeks, I've produced probably like 200 pieces of content. I've launched to, obviously, over 60 coaches are now on the platform in 24 hours.
It's good.
And almost 1,000 followers on Instagram over these last 2 months as well. Yeah. And built the whole systems in the background, that stuff that people don't see. You might see the front end content, but the back end content, building the whole community, the visuals, everything, every single bit of this that you see has been done by me personally, locked in my room, in a dark room for days and days and days over the last 2 months. But I believe it's something that the industry needs.
Yeah.
Because of where it's going. Like I was about to talk about Mael. I dropped 3K on a business mentor because I wanted my business to go to the next level, and it never went there. And I don't want other people to have to go through that. And I'm getting messages from so many different people saying, this guy's messed me over. I've owed this company money. The people are chasing me. I got bailiffs at the door, this and that, chasing for this money from these business mentors that they've invested in to try and grow the business.
Yeah, the mentor space is a very volatile space, isn't it?
It's,
There's some that are just ripping the money off and then plugging in some sort of playbook that they've ripped off from somewhere, or you get real mentors. So it's like a massively volatile space.
And the thing is, I just wanted something that can sit in the back of coaches' businesses and just be there all the time, and they can tap into it here and there, get some advice. It's a full community. People are talking in there, helping each other out with content, giving feedback. And it's something that we need because we're not all against each other. We're all specialists in our individual spaces with our individual niches. But the way it is at the moment, because obviously there's so many coaches and stuff out there, everyone's just at it with each other, competing against each other for clients. And it's not that community vibe. And the people at the top work together and grow together.
Yeah.
The people at the bottom, they're the ones that fight like dogs. Yeah. So this
Bucket of
community, if you're
crabs.
coming into this, it's for us to work together and grow together. That's the main thing. Yeah. So there's nothing like this. Nothing like it.
Yeah.
Because that's the same thing as when you just notice that market opportunity.
Yeah.
I noticed it with this. I was like, there's nothing like this. There's these business mentors and stuff, but you can talk to business mentors about content and stuff, but I'm an actual creative.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an actual creative. They're not creatives. So they can tell you need to post this content and that. But I've come from a big creative background. So, and then there might be a few people that do content, but then they've never really been an online coach themselves. They've not actually been in the thick of it. They don't know it like I know it. Yeah. So with all those skills together and then putting this community together, there's no one that'll touch me in this space because I don't even think there's anyone that has the same skills as me combined.
Yeah, along with the bodybuilding experience as well.
The skills that I've got combined, no one has.
Yeah,
It's very niche, isn't it?
Yeah,
very
100%.
niche.
And there was one thing that we actually spoke about. I think it might have been about a month ago, and you was talking. This was actually a piece of content. Well, this is how much your content can actually resonate with people. Because I actually felt like I had a conversation with you on this, but you actually did it out on you put it on your Instagram, and the focus was on staying true to your beliefs and your values. And I think that as we are now stepping into we're already in the digital age. We've been in there for a very long time. We went through the agricultural age, we went through the industrial age, and now we're in a digital age where a lot of people are thinking, fuck, what do I do? Because I've gone through a fucking whole school curriculum system learning how to operate in an age that no longer exists. Yeah. And I believe that's why it is so important for you to be looking to establish that personal brand. And with that personal brand, you're voicing your values and the things that you resonate with. And when it comes to coaching, you put a video out which was, as soon as you start deviating away from your values and your truths and your beliefs, that's when you open up your circle for other coaches in a very saturated market, don't get me wrong, to come and infiltrate in what you have in your pool. But if you keep all borders locked, and that borders are your values, your beliefs, the way in which you think.
Your proof, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're creating an impenetrable fortress around your empire.
Yeah.
And I think that is why, just in general, whatever sort of profession, industry, niche that you're in, that is why your personal brand is so important.
Yeah. So would you say personal brands are necessary for building a business?
Oh, 100%.
Nowadays, especially with an online business.
100%.
Because if you look at what you've built,
Yeah.
So this is what I'm going to say.
Like, you've
It
not
depends
built
in
it from
what I needed it for where I am. I
you've
needed
not
personal
just
brand.
put like pictures of supplements up or said this supplement works. You've gone and you've been bouncing about in videos, right? Driving your car, smashing melons, whatever you've been doing. You've been doing all that kind of stuff. That's your personal brand, and people are watching that for you and then buying the stuff that you sell. So like it helps
You have
you
to
sell.
You have to be you. You know what I mean? Attract your other yous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I say. Like when we're putting out content, a lot of coaches might just sit there and they might just talking head, like just so boring. This is how you use creatine. But the audience that we're speaking to has so many different layers. So you as a creator need to match as many of your layers with their layers. And then that's how you get that connection and that's how you get that buy-in. And then once they buy into you, then they'll start buying into everything that you've got to offer. If you're selling supplements, they'll buy your supplements. If I've got a 10% off at this discount Insight Subs, when they're going to buy supplements, they'll use my 10% offer there or whatever I'm affiliated with. Because there's so many ways to make money online, just through like being yourself, your coach, and then they'll come to you for that. Like,
and
being you is important. Definitely is important.
Before I even knew who you was, I knew your brand. And there was a video where you was in like a blue, I can't remember what car it was, but there was like a blue car and you were on like this back street and you just said your picture and you just rallied it up the street.
The drift car,
You just rallied up the street. And I was like, yeah, this guy's funny, man. Yeah, this guy's funny, fam.
So everything I was doing in my own personal life, I was bringing that into the shoppable content.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it just tied in with all the different types of people. If you want to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But that's why I actually, because I used to get the Tonkat and the Fedoja as well. And that's why I actually got it, because I was thinking, you know, I'm in the gym, I'm training a lot. I need to make sure that I am maximizing my ability to recover from the amount in which I'm training each week. You know, what can I use which isn't going to be a non-natural substance? And then obviously I saw your videos, I resonated with it because I love cars, I'm a petrol head. And then that's what sucked me in, bro. So again, just
it's personal story.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But a lot of people online block the stories because they don't know. They don't think
they're fearful that people are,
they'll get judged or whatever.
I need to look sort of thing going on. So do I need to be this person that's in Dubai and finessing this Rolex that ain't mine? Or do I need this car? Do I need this? Like, just being organic is so much easier. It's easier and you make more money because you resonate with more people. And if you're being fake, you're not gonna
keep up with that.
Yeah, you can't. It's mad.
People love stories. Like that's what. Everything's a story. You go to the cinema, you watch a film, it's a story. Like people are attracted to storytelling that have been since the age of time, and it doesn't change just because we're in the social media age. We had a little period kind of where gurus were able to push themselves with the flash cars and the Rolexes and all that kind of stuff, but I think we're kind of getting past that phase now, and people are wanting more authentic kind of individuals to listen to and learn from, because maybe they've been messed over by these gurus, or they've realized it's a bit like, and Instagram itself is now pushing a lot of storytelling content. I think on Instagram you've got two types of content that work. You've got really high-end like cinematography, editing work, which is just like crazy, none of us will be capable of doing it, and then you've got the low-end, low-graft content, which is the worst type of content that you'll see, and it's a bit all over the place. That's where the views sit. The views don't sit in this middle bit, and a lot of people get trapped in this middle bit, creating mid-tier content because they're trying a bit too hard to be this top person, which just leaves them in the middle. So you can do, like I talk about the 0.5 play, you can do the 0.5 play, which is literally putting your phone on 0.5, going up, boom, talking, connecting with the audience, and it feels like you're one-to-one with them. That's just low graft content, and that does very, very well. With no trying to do fancy edits. You try to do the fancy edits and all this extra stuff, you find yourself falling in the middle, and that you never want to be in the middle. You never want to be in the middle. Same with who you're speaking to as well. You want to speak. I say the easiest person to sell to is the younger version of you, or like the beginner version of you, because you've had all them experiences.
Yeah.
You've got over them yourself. You know the obstacles. You know how to get through them, how to get past them. So just tell your story and tell the moments that you've come across in life. Because I don't know, when it comes to sales, what did you do in terms of TikTok marketing? Because for coaching, I say moment beats demographic. So I don't want people to think in terms of 35-year-old man who wants to bang gym. I want them to actually think of a moment that he experiences within that journey, rather than just his age and his profile and all that kind of stuff. Because if we can talk to that moment, then we can sell him the coaching.
Yeah.
Do you talk to moments in supplements?
So
like that?
mine was more like interest, the hook. How can I get someone to stop speed scrolling? Because TikTok is an entertainment app. Do you know what I mean? They don't go there to buy stuff. They end up buying shit, but it's an entertainment app. So you need to think people are like this. How can I get them to stop?
I say that with Instagram as well. I say, why you just pounding your offer out on Instagram? I've got spaces open. No one's on Instagram to see you've got spaces open.
Yeah.
If they catch it, they catch it. It's a subtle sell that you've got to do. You can't just keep hard selling, cold DMing people all the time. They're not on Instagram to be cold DM. They're on Instagram because they've had a hard day at work. They want to sit back and scroll and watch some reels and have a laugh. And if you can be the person that makes them have a little bit of a laugh after work, and they keep tuning into your stuff and like, oh yeah, this person, then they're going to buy into your stuff. They're not there to be sold to.
That's be entertained.
They're actual human beings, and they're just there to chill out, man.
Yeah.
Value. That helps, giving them value.
Yeah. You got to
Whatever
drop in the
Yeah,
value.
yeah.
You got to have a storyline. You got to connect with them. You've just got to remember, like, they're actually human beings, and they're not just numbers in the books.
Yeah.
And by doing that, it's not just a numbers game as well. It's about feeling satisfied with the business that you've built and feeling proud of the business that you've built. I know that none of my clients have come in from cold DMs, and all my clients have searched out for me because they really want to be with me, and they're going to stay for longer, and we're going to have a better relationship. Because imagine you cold DM someone out of nowhere, book them in a call 48 hours later, then the coaching on the team, okay, yeah, you've made a bit of money, but you don't know that guy from scratch. Whereas someone might have been watching your content for, yes, it's a little bit of a longer play, they might have been watching your content for 3 months, 6 months, and they finally reached out to you now at this point. They're going to be a longer term client, and they're going to be so much better to pay to
I
work
bought
with.
into other people through that process.
Yeah, it's a long
And I know what
game.
they're doing, but I'm like, I don't care, bro. I like this geezer. Boom, buy in. You know what I mean? I know what they're doing.
It might be a longer game, and you're not going to get the quick cash, but it's more sustainable for the longevity of the business.
Yeah.
Because the more people, so I do this thing where we talk about the engaged leads triangle. So we have the story at the top, we have DMs kind of at the side here, and then we have feed posts. So the engaged lead triangle is something that we want to be pulling as many people into as we can. And once people are in this triangle, they're not going to leave that triangle. So by prompting response and getting people to actually engage with your stuff through stories, reply to this story if you feel the same way, or drop a laughing face, or drop something, just prompting that response. They'll come in there. Once they're in, you go into the DMs, you're going to speak to them more. Then once you've spoke to them more, they'll start to feel more comfortable to talk about stuff on the feed, like maybe comment on your posts. And it's just this constant cycle of story responses, conversations in the DMs, and then maybe it's a little bit of engagement on the feed. And you pull as many people into this as possible, and they'll go bang, 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 bang. Over time, you're going to have hundreds of people going bang, 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 bang. And then when you can sell them something, they'll all go and they're all going to drip into your sale. But if you don't have that kind of triangle firm and sort of that
Create your system, you need a system.
You're going to be expecting clients from everywhere and anywhere.
That's the scalable asset, the system.
Yeah, you pull them in, and then boom, they all come in. Then you're going to launch a lead magnet. So you might have used the 3 times lead magnets system. We've got 3 different type of lead magnets. You might have a fun interactive one where like a quiz, or you might have a webinar, a masterclass like I've done, big long video. They're really, really good, because if someone has a question and you've made an hour-long video, you can see I talked about it at 30 minutes, 29 seconds. And how good's that going to make them feel that you know the exact pinpoint that they want to, or go and listen to 15 minutes, 47 seconds.
This guy knew me before he knew me.
Oh my God, that's now. Then they go and listen to 15 minutes and they've sorted out the problems. So that can be another one. Then you might just have a normal standard PDF. So that system, you've got a nice range of lead magnets. Business mentors might just tell you to do a big 20-page long ebook. No one's reading that, bro. Like, again, remember that you're marketing to other humans. I don't care who you are. I'm not sitting and reading your 20-page
Ebook's
ebook.
dead now, isn't it?
It's dead.
Yeah, 20, 30 pages of
dead.
supposed value. You know
The
what I mean?
PDF that you're doing might just be like,
ChatGPT wrote that up. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. People just putting into ChatGPT and getting the ebook. It's pointless. Create something that's personal. I just spoke to someone yesterday, one of my one-to-one clients, and we were going through lead magnet ideas, and we came up with the 10 commandments of training, because I was like, what do people ask you about the most? What's the most questions that you get from people? He got a lot of questions about training. So I was like, right, cool. The 10 commandments of training, that's the idea what we came up with. And each of those 10 commandments, you're going to do a video. So you're just going to put train insane or don't train at all. Number 2, whatever, just 10 commandments, and then attach a video to each of those ones so people can click onto it and then go and watch the video as well, where you go more in depth, put time into it, make sure that the quality is really good in those videos as well, intense, dark lighting, cinematic, and create that masterpiece that's literally just 1 page. People take time to do that. More than they'll take time to go through 20 pages of an ebook.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And that will give them enough to then, when you do, will want to sell something to them, you can, because you give them that for free. So now the emails are now in your email list, and then you just keep weekly nurturing little emails once a week about topics, and then when it's time for a launch, Christmas time, summertime, whenever, boom, I'm launching this in 2 weeks, be ready for it. And then just count it down, because they've been locked in for so long now on that email list. As soon as that launch day comes, you'll get them through the doors.
Yeah, I think people put too much emphasis and focus on actually trying to sell to their audience rather than nurturing their audience. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right, content. I've got some questions.
Okay.
Well, where's my water down there for you?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
So, this is a good question, to be fair. Are coaches better off learning editing skills or outsourcing?
Well, depends to what degree. For mine, it's always been UGC. So
have you done all your content?
I've started getting some higher end stuff now for like brand awareness, bit of story, founder story stuff. So that needs to be a little bit edited. But as for UGC, it's just UGC. Plug your phone out. You don't really need highly edited stuff. So
That's it. You don't need highly edited stuff.
So it's you know what I mean? It's two different. Not for my business, no. I'm doing the founder story out of just a bit more brand awareness. Let's just sprinkle that on top. It's not really moving many needles. What's moving the needle is just straight from the phone.
Yeah. Well, it's like this content that we're doing here on the podcast. Like, I don't like high quality stuff all the time, but you can drip stuff like this in. There is a place for it, but the main bulk of your sales is going to be just through you chatting to your phone like you're on FaceTime.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
You've just started creating content though, so like, what's the experience with that?
Yeah, well, I used to just there was never any real structure to what I was putting out, and then with what you said, speak to your past self. I was thinking, you know, what was I thinking at a time where I didn't have the physique I wanted. I wasn't necessarily where I was in the place where I needed to be mentally, because, you know, I've got a young family and it's really important that up here is as solid as it can be, because this is essentially the platform that I'm going to leverage to make sure that my family's taken care of, protected, and, you know, just well looked after. When I switched my content, the first piece of content that I put out like this referred to, you know, it's a bit of a morbid topic, but it was, if you was to die tomorrow, would you currently be the best version of yourself today? And so many people messaged me, and it actually broke my heart, to be honest with you. There was a few people on TikTok, when I posted on TikTok as well, a few people were commented on it saying, life is hard, life is this, life is that. And I think if you can get to the point where you are putting out content that resonates with your past self, and it really gets people to ask themselves those real emotional triggering questions, going back to what you said, you've already got an understanding of somebody before you actually know somebody, and that makes it so much easier for you then to provide value, which then comes with a byproduct of that is financial, but it makes it so much easier for you to actually then provide value to somebody in exchange of currency. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of my content that I've been putting out since then has taken that same tone. It's been, I was once here, I can once resonate with where you are now. This is what changed for me, and this is now what I'm experiencing. It's about selling the journey from this point A to point B. And
Again, story.
Story. And it's not trying to just, oh, I look great, I look this, I look that, this is what you should do. No one cares what they should do. No one likes to be told what to do. You know, you go to school, you used to get sent out of the class. I did anyway. I don't know.
Yeah, probably all three of us. What did you have any bad school experience? I got excluded once. Me, no, yeah, is it excluded where you can't go to school for like 3 days?
Suspended. That's suspended, bro.
That was the why. What did you
out
do?
a couple of schools, fighting in schools, catapult teaching the back of the bush, like intrusion thought to get me.
I dashed a chair. I dashed a chair at someone. That's I got excluded for like 4 days.
Bro, I don't know what I was thinking. I hit a teacher in the back of the head, yeah, with them little rifle shot sweets. Yeah, I had the catapult, and I don't know what told me to do it. Boom, that was it. I was out. Not my second school as well. Second school.
Yeah, worse than me.
And that's just light stories. Some of the stuff I won't say it before.
What were you saying? Go on.
Yeah, no one likes being told what to do. So as you said, it's just about kind of getting past that guard of I don't want to be sold to by actually telling a story, within that story resonating, and then providing value woven in with that story. And a lot of my content since then has followed that, let's say, framework. And I've actually had people that the triangle, people reach out to me saying, this is actually the piece of content that made me follow you. Keep going with it, bro. And immediately my mindset was like, okay, let me sell to this guy. Let me sell. But then I thought,
You got to calm yourself down.
yeah, you have to just hold your corner and just show appreciation, and just like I said earlier, just keep nurturing those people. Show the appreciation and just give the people what they want. That piece of content was you don't have a time problem, you have a priority problem. And then I refer to people who are always saying they don't have time to go to the gym, they don't have time to do meal prep. You do actually have the time, you're just redirecting that time to things that don't actually serve the person you want to be. And that person is somebody that has an idea. You know, for me, these aren't necessarily things that I really want, but you know, you want a nice car, you want a load of money, you want to be here, you want to be there. Do you know what I mean? And it's a case of, okay, are your daily actions actually contributing to the outcome? No. You know, you're ordering Domino's every night. You can't wait to get home.
A lot of people are talkers.
Yeah, you can't wait to get home to sit on your sofa and watch 3 hours of Netflix, doing all the rest of it. And it's like you're doing no actions that are contributing to what you want in.
Yeah, you know, I heard a beautiful quote that matches up. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems.
Yeah, facts.
You might all want these things.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're going to get it. What you do on a daily dictates what you get.
What about this one? You don't learn how to swim by sitting and watching the ocean.
I like that.
Yeah, you got to get in.
You got to
Shot
jump
snap
in.
it.
Got to get in.
You got to jump in. You got to take action. But that's the thing people think. I feel like I heard Alex Hormozi say this the other day, and I was about to say the exact same thing. People think they work hard. They don't work hard at all. No, but it's true. They don't. People, like, they don't understand what it actually takes, if that makes sense. Like, if you actually want to try and take it to the next level, like you were saying, you was driving around in your car, shotting off like Tonga cat like a drug dealer. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was obsessed with that. Me, I've locked myself in my room, in my kitchen with my lights on, like creating a full system for the last 60 days of my life, over 200 pieces of content. Like, that's what it takes.
Levels, man.
Yeah.
People don't see that. They don't see that.
Can't be obsessed with it. So what about this one though? Like, is online coaching too saturated, or is it just an excuse?
Excuse.
You think there's enough people for everyone?
I think everybody in the world's unique, and I feel like there are going to be other people that resonate with you as an individual. So going back to our point on, if you are making sure that your content consistently has your values and your beliefs in there, even though we're in a saturated market, it's going to be very difficult for some other coach to completely resonate with every single value and belief that you hold. But then there will be somebody out there that is looking for a coach that will be able to match you on those on a more intimate level, depending on how well you're able to actually connect with them emotionally. So yes, it's a saturated market, but it's also a very big opportunity now for you to be able to craft your personal brand and to be able to leverage that to stand out and be different in a very but as you said,
saturated
saturated.
market, because all these coaches are looking the same and they're all fighting over the same things. I can make the best training plan. I can make the best diet plan. You don't want to be that person. Because like ChatGPT can create you the best training plan and the diet plan. If we're going to be honest, you tell, like, when people come to me, like I said this to you because you asked the question. You said, "Oh, someone asked me for a diet plan. What should I do?"
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm a coach. I do coaching. I'm not here to just give you a diet plan. If you want a diet plan, go and ask ChatGPT, because it's just going to give you something very similar to what I give you. There's not much difference in there. Obviously, experience with like bodybuilding and probably like different emotional takes on like what you should actually do and from experience and stuff.
As a base level.
As a base level, if we're talking, if you're just starting and you want a diet, you can go to ChatGPT, but it's the whole coaching system that makes coaching what it is. The check-ins, the updating the diet when you need to update it, and all that kind of stuff. That's what you're paying for. I'm not just going to go and give you one diet plan that might run out. It might expire in 2 weeks. It might not even work at all. We don't know, because we've got nothing to assess off. And I'm not putting my reputation on the line for you to say Dudley gave me this diet plan and it was and it didn't work, because you've tried to run that one diet plan that I've got off absolutely no knowledge and no check-ins and everything. You tried to run that for 12 weeks straight. And Dudley's diet plan doesn't work. I'm not putting my reputation on the line, because that's something that you have to be aware of too. Like, your reputation is everything. When you're building your personal brand, your reputation is everything. I've had people say stuff about me and I've had to confront them every single time. I'm like, what are you saying this for? Like, where's this come from? Like, every single situation you have as well that can result in a negative impact on your personal brand, you have to confront too, because you have to understand where everything's coming from, and you can't let people walk all over you, because people will try walk all over you all the time, especially when you give us, like me, I want to see people succeed, and I'll do everything I can for the people that are around me to put them in certain positions and mention the name in room and give them that leg up, but some people don't want to be receiving of that. And it might flip off of the back end of they saying this, and that. But you've got to confront it and say, bro, come on. You know what I've done for you. Whatever. And stop that in the tracks, because reputation is everything.
As you were saying that, I was just thinking about all the trolls I get. So many. So many. I was thinking, yo, confront all these motherfuckers. Fucking thousands, bro. Thousands.
That's a whole different thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole different thing. Trolls.
You're on about, giving, and then they're bad mouthing it. I just have people talking shit. Like, there's loads of online.
Yeah.
Different.
It's different. So there's like people that you actually know, and then there's like the trolls and stuff you get online. The trolls that you get online, you just have to forget about them, and you just have to post content.
You don't even know what they're doing. They're pushing the algo for you.
Yeah, exactly.
When you need them.
I have a laugh. I comment back to everything.
Yeah, the spark. They're pushing the content. Yeah,
and then
you
people
keep
like
chatting.
people have said on the post where I've been like going back at them, like, oh, why are you so triggered? I'm just doing this so I get more engagement. You're putting money in my pocket, bro, by just keeping responding. So keep responding.
A hook is to get someone to react.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that to me has been some of my hooks. Get someone to react.
Yeah.
Petted, but it works.
It works.
It works. You get them to react, and then they're pushing.
The thing is that you don't necessarily want to build your whole personal brand off like these reactions and like maybe negative takes, and some people might take it like that. You know, when I do my reaction videos, like when I'm talking for, oh, you've been so negative, this and that. But you sprinkle them in every now and again, because the more eyes, the better. Like, you do need a scroll stop. But the thing is, if you build your whole personal brand off the back of that, then you might get no one buying into your stuff, because they're not actually there for everything else that you offer. They're there because of the madness that you kind of, they're not there actually.
For me, I just part everything that is me, which is every line. So it might be a car, might be a bike, might be some mad, might be some chit, might be some podcast. I just part everything I have to offer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then just let every avenue talk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just organic across
I
the
had
board.
one of my one-to-one clients who put out a post and it went viral. It was him on holiday, and he was like, I'm the only one, it's mad that I'm the only one around here with a six-pack or some stuff like that.
Yeah, got man triggered then.
I got everyone triggered. But the only people that would trigger is people that are out of shape.
Yeah.
People that are in shape like us, they're going to look at that, they're going to have a laugh. But it only hits those people that know they should be maybe going to the gym or dieting and stuff, because and they're all commenting on it saying, oh, you're so narcissistic, this and that. it's not a big issue. It's only hurting you because you know.
Yeah, they didn't get it.
Strip the emotion,
That you're
take the
fat.
message. Yeah, strip the emotion, take the message. You know what
And
I
then
mean?
he's messaging me though, and he's going, "Oh, bro, should I take it down? This,
Hell
and that."
no.
I'm like, "No, don't take it down." So I went on it myself personally, and I responded to everyone as well. So then I've got a bunch of people kicking off at me, so I'm kicking off back at them. And anything to boost my bro's algorithm, like I'm gonna do that. So that's all it is. Keep it up. Let them keep coming and boosting your post.
Oh yeah.
It's as simple as that.
yeah.
Just give them
Yeah.
a reaction.
Yeah.
And you need that every now and again
Yeah.
to get those
They
eyes
help
on
a
your
lot, man.
page.
They
It
don't
does
realise how
help.
much they
The
help.
viral stuff does
They help a
help.
lot.
and it's like, honestly, you could be putting out the most valuable piece of content in the world, yeah. And if you let the doubt of somebody taking it the negative way stop you from doing it, everybody's always gonna have an opinion.
Always.
Everybody's always going to have an opinion, whether it be good or bad. But what you need to ask yourself is, if you have nothing to lose, you have everything to gain. You know,
No one knows who you are right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Make people know who you are.
Yeah,
It's as easy as that. Like, why do you want to stay silent in the background? Why do you want to be invisible?
That's something I tell
Why do you
myself.
want to
When
be
I'm doing
invisible?
content, when I was pushing bio at early days, I had to tell myself, let the world know you exist every single day.
yeah,
Well, that's
The
it.
world every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
yeah,
That's it. If people know who you are, you'll make money. That's
yeah.
a very simple way of saying stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like doubts are our traitors, and I forgot who actually made this quote, and I might misquote it a little bit, but doubts are your traitors, and it often stops you from the good you might receive by fearing to attempt. You feel that one?
No.
I feel that. I'm too much of a risk taker to care about that.
Yeah, man.
Too much of a risk taker.
What were I going to say? I had something in my head then about that whole situation. But anyway, yeah, just commenting back to people and no one knows who you are. What were I going to say?
Don't know.
It's totally gone out, man. How long have we been here now?
Don't know. But that's why a lot of people don't make money as well, because they are scared of risk. Like, I've had actual conversations with people where they think I'm some business guru. I'm not. I just market at the right time on the right platform.
Yeah.
Made money off it. I'm not no guru, yeah. So like, yo, boom, should I do this with this money? A little inheritance I got. And I said, yeah, you can maybe look at a service-based business or online business, and then you can maybe make this, maybe make that. Just spoke about a few things. But I said, just remember, business, like, it's not always guaranteed. Like, sometimes there is risk and you have to manage stress levels and very, very, very.
So much risk.
The moment I was like, yeah, obviously remember there can be risk, it backed out. He goes, no, I'll good. I'll put it in an account and live off the interest or something. And I'm like, bro,
People are too
just
safe.
backed out.
People are so
What's wrong
safe.
with you? What's wrong with you? But I had them sort of conversations a lot, and a lot of people are risk, like they're scared of risk.
But they
risk
say they
scares
want
people.
it.
People want safety.
They say they want this big thing, but that big thing, then you don't get there without risk.
Yeah.
You don't get there without putting
He who
everything
dares,
on the
man.
line.
He who dares. You have
Like,
to be.
we could all probably count times, how many times we've been just like broke down and out. And the thing is, like, entrepreneur broke is different than like normal person broke. If you're in a job and you're telling me you're broke, you're waiting till next month to get your wage.
You're
When I
waiting for
say
your
I'm
money.
broke, I don't know the next time
don't
I'm
know when it's
getting
coming.
paid.
Don't know when it's coming.
I don't know when that next bit of money is going to come in my account. That's how broke I am. That's entrepreneur broke.
entrepreneur,
and
yeah.
it's a different sort of stress. I'm not just waiting for my next wage. I don't even know when that next bit of money is going to come in my account so I can get some food. I can pay my rent. It's got to come in by this certain date or I'm done. The amount of times I've been down and out and just had to reset everything.
So that is it. When I was doing the waste, I had my living money. So yeah, I will call, I could eat and that. But then ever so often I might have a job that might overspill, so I might get a couple £100 extra. And that's when I put it into, okay, now let's get a few products for Amazon. They flopped, put that in the garage, on to the next, wait a couple months, right, and I've got another couple £100 now. Boom, put that in the products, that flopped. I must have run that about 3 or 4 times until the tongue got come about, and I didn't have no money. So like, boom, the car's going. That car's gone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll fund this.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, they're like 3 or 4 flops. So it's like, this, it's either going to flop or not.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, it could just be.
But I didn't care. I didn't care. I
last
wanted
chance.
it. I really wanted it. Like, I really, really wanted it.
Yeah.
So let's get in some actionable stuff to like round this all off. If you had to start everything again tomorrow, Theo, what 3 things would you do?
Well, it'd be content, but it'd be, to be fair, it'd be this similar type
Just
tracks that I've
keep
just
doing the same
taken.
stuff that you
It
did.
just be let the world know you exist from morning till night. From morning till night, if I'm not posting content, I'm figuring out how to get people's attention, and then I'm sitting down for bear in mind when I started, I did 2-hour lives every single day for like 6-8 months. Don't know if you've seen any of that, but I was on live selling until I could afford to put someone on, because everything that we're getting, reinvest. And to be fair, I'd sell something that I can sell, as where before I was looking for random products based on numbers, on data. And then people's like, should you supplements? You're a gym guy. I'm like, fuck that. I'm just going to sell what sells. Data. And then it was just the accident of the cross paths that led me onto the supplements path. But it made it easier for me to sell, because that's what I'm on. Do you know what I mean? So sell what I can sell. I'm not going to sell curtains. I don't know shit about curtains. Yeah. Sell shit that I can sell. Let the world know I exist, whatever platform that is. And don't give up. Do not give up, no matter what. Like, if you fuck up and you fall, get back up, wipe your face, go again. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, I think same thing for me. If I was to start coaching tomorrow, I would. I'd just post a lot, and I'd just be me. I'd just follow the same path that I've done. That's the thing.
Literally, literally.
It's trial and error. Everything's trial and error. I can't say there's going to be these magic 3 things that are going to get you to where you want to be. It's just, do you want it? Yes or no?
At volume.
That's the question.
At scale.
Yeah.
You have to be ordinary. Like,
And you just have
crazy.
to go in again and again.
Yeah.
If the answer is yes, okay, you go and you keep going. If the answer is no, then just don't even bother. Just go somewhere else, because you don't have what it takes to actually build this into something. I don't know how I would answer that. There's no answer. I would do exactly what I've done. Just keep going for it.
No little tweaks. Like, for me, it was similar. Yeah, volume, content, but I'd sell what I can sell. I wasn't looking at that when I first started. For me, it was just based on data. Jungle Scout, volume, supply, demand, whatever the metrics were back then. I was going off metrics. That's all I was doing, because I was Amazon. That's all you did. Knowing what I know now, it'd be what can I sell, so then I can sell it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that'd be my only tweak. No tweaks for you,
I'm
no.
trying to think right back from the early days.
Nothing that you could just think, oh, that would have made things a little bit easier. Do you know what I mean?
I think every step has had a purpose
Okay.
and has led me to somewhere.
Shaped it, innit?
I think if I cut out any of the steps and any of the failures, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Yeah. So I think life for me has done that.
Yeah.
The hardship that I had has given me the hunger to graft the way I did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then loads of other little lessons.
The thing is, for me, like, I first started personal training. Well, obviously, I was out at uni studying film in America, San Diego State University. I was there, and we was obviously just banging gym and partying. That's all we were doing. San Diego State University is known as one of the most partying universities in the US, and we was just like house parties, drinking every weekend, banging gym. It's California as well, and that's the type of lifestyle. It's a different lifestyle. It's gym lifestyle. Playing football, their type of football and that.
Only just lost that American accent as well, innit?
Yeah, actually, I had an American accent for ages when I came back.
Did you?
Like, for ages,
Bro.
because when you go out there, you have to start speaking like them.
Oh, they take the piss.
Oh yeah, like, did you won't understand certain
Yeah,
stuff
true.
that you're saying in certain words, so you have to start speaking like them. You just naturally do. But anyway, I was there. We were just doing gym stuff, and I came back to England, and I went to a few classes, and I just like, I don't want to be here. So then I just dropped out, and I just started to get my personal training qualification. I worked at the cinema, and then I worked delivering pizzas as well while I was doing that. And I'm prepping for the British Championships that year as well. I was doing all of that. We got a free pizza at the end of every single shift when I was delivering pizzas.
Damn.
And I just had to turn it down.
Yeah.
And them times I didn't even have money to be turning it down. And that was a free pizza that could have, but I was like, no, I'm sticking to my chicken and rice. Got the British Championships. Anyway, get my personal trainer qualification. I go work at DW Fitness first. I'm doing granny swimming classes every Tuesday. These grannies are loving me. We're doing Elvis Presley with the waddles and stuff like that. They love me because they said everyone else, every other personal trainer there treated them like grannies, whereas I wrecked them. I worked them hard. Yeah, but they loved it. That's what they wanted. They don't want to feel old. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was doing that, and then I could have let that shape me. Because I think a lot of personal trainers might do that when they get into a big commercial gym, because you just work with the people that you're around. But when you go into the online space, you have to shape your own niche, your own type of person that you work with. Obviously, it's not fulfilling for me to work with grannies and stuff like that. So I then moved to a different gym, which was JD Gym, which was a lot more of a younger crowd. My audience was going to be in there. I had a great time at DW. We had some classes. I did have younger people, not just grannies as well, but I built a good client base there. Anyway, moved them over to JD, started picking up more clients. And then I had not much money. I think I had like £400 in my bank account. I swear. I don't know, maybe like 500, I think. And there was a course on how to become a better prep coach for like 300 quid. And it was down in London. And I was like, I'm going to have to do that. But then where do I stay? I'm going to sleep in my car. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I had 500 quid. I put 300 quid into this course. And I've got 200 quid in that left now. I'm like, right, I'm going to stay in my car. I managed to find a pub to stay in really, really cheap near the thing. There was a suggested hotel for it and everything, but I was like, I can't afford that. So I found this. I drove down to London, stayed in this like pub. Obviously did that, come back up, continued just working. I'm dusting machines one day. And I'm like, why am I dusting machines? I'm a better coach than this. I know I'm good at my job. I'm not dusting machines, but for the rest of my life. So I messaged the guy who ran the course and I said, I'm not fucking dusting machines for the rest of my life. But I'm kind of like, I know I'm a better coach than this. I literally just said what I said to you guys there. I said that to him. And he said, come work for me then. I was like, when? He said, next week. Now, man, I was in a 7-year relationship at this point as well. Dropped it. I was in London the next week. Mad. Because I was chasing that dream to become like a proper coach. Proper coach, like coaching bodybuilders and stuff like that. So then I just moved down there, had all that experience. Obviously, there's a few stuff that kind of maybe didn't go the way I wanted it to there. But ended up moving back up north, rebranding my whole thing myself because I was technically working for him while I was down there, created my own branding, and then moved off to Dubai. And then from Dubai was a good experience. It's different, innit? I just wanted to put myself around the right people. Was it the right people? I did meet some amazing people. The guy who coaches me right now has been my coach since then. I don't know what I'd do without him. I feel like there's the big hierarchy thing in Dubai, though. Like, people won't work with you unless because they think they're better than you. And you have to be of a certain level. It's like, why would I do anything with you? It's not the top guys, it's like the middle guys. The middle guys are the worst because they think they're someone. Whereas like the top guys, I've done that little reel with Sergio Oliveira Jr. Who else? Andre Dieu, I'm in a little clip with him. Who else? It's probably quite a few people. But anyway, yeah, then I moved back from there. And that's when I rebranded to Physique Coach. And then we've just been running that since then. But every single one of those steps had
formulates the end product. Formulates. You need all them steps.
I just went on a tangent then, but I felt like I needed to tell my story because my story is actually not out there. The thing is, like, when I'm doing a lot of these podcasts, I'm the one that's talking to people. No one's ever asked to come and speak to me. So none of my stories are really out there, if that makes sense. Like that, I tell them myself on my Instagram, but every time I'm on podcasts and stuff, I'm talking to other people. So yeah, that's just a bit of my journey.
So I want to hear this, what you were going to finish earlier, so we'll come back to that. Your story that you started now, the harmony thing,
yeah, man. Honestly, this harmony is honestly something that's really close to both me and my wife's heart, man. So when she was 12, I have her consent to speak on this as well, but it is a real personal topic. But when she was 12, her mum developed a brain tumor. And Danny has 5 siblings, and obviously when you're in a household of 6 kids, mum and dad, and you've got 5 siblings, Danny being the eldest, she was often in a position where when her mum was bedbound after they operated on her brain, and her dad was working the majority of the time, she was left to be the adult in the house and pretty much fend for her siblings. So, you know, cooking for them, cleaning the house, doing the ironing, making sure all the clothes are ready for school on a Monday, on a Sunday evening, you know. So it's like you're at home in an environment where you're the prep life, you know, meal 4, get it down. That's
is that a meal 4 alarm?
Okay. No, my bad.
See, that's how locked in you got to be, man. Alarms for your meals.
Systems. But yeah, sorry. So at home, she was in an environment where she had to be the adult. And then when she went to school, she was back to being treated like the child. the 12-year-old that she was. And as a young individual, as obviously as a kid, you know, you're exposed to so many emotions in a situation like that, which are just alien to you. You know, you've not had enough life experience to be able to see that happen to other people. So to actually have to go through the process of dealing with that type of situation, the magnitude of my mum might not make this, whilst I've also got to be the person that my siblings depend on, left her feeling extremely isolated. To the point where I'm not going to go too deep into where she was, because, you know, I'd only let Danny speak on that. But to the point where she was very, 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 very low. And I'd say about 2 years ago, prior to my son being born, we were just talking one evening, and she broke down, and she got very, very passionate about wanting to help other people in her situation. And I'm Danny's biggest cheerleader. I said, do it. Let's do it. How can I help? What can we come up with together that will actually benefit people in a situation like this? So from that conversation, it's funny how life works and how the universe actually just starts throwing things in front of you. I believe a couple of weeks after that conversation, we saw something called Innovative Entrepreneurs Business Accelerator, which was funded by the local combined authority and funded by Leeds City Council. And it was basically a course that would take a business from ideation to the point where some people actually had a tangible product, and some people were still in ideation stage, like ourselves. But they would basically run you through the process of getting a business from an idea, and then at the end of it, having a tangible product. So they would teach how to create a business model canvas, you know, segmenting like customer segments, like your supply chain, and doing all the things that go up in the back end of a business, which before you're actually trying to set one up, you don't even think about. To the point now where we've got a tangible product, we've had a group of coders, LLM specialists, which is large language models, that's like AI, help us create this app platform, which is essentially a therapist in your pocket. So it's an AI companion tool. I'm going to pull it up now because the camera won't be able to pick it up, but it's an AI companion tool that provides a very bespoke and tailored user experience for each individual. So the reason as to why we incorporated AI, these circumstances could be so different. Yes, Danny had hers, but you might have somebody whose mum has Alzheimer's or dementia, or you might be even a parent and you're looking after a child who has autism, extreme cases of autism. So this AI model it allows you to have, let's say, it supports your environment customized to you. So we didn't want to do a generic framework where it's like, okay, let's give them this solution, let's give them this resource. It provides a tailored resource system for the needs and situations that you're living. So it's been a tough journey, because obviously having a newborn, just moving into a house just a couple of months before he was born, I've started my bodybuilding journey, and anybody that has competed understands how mentally and physically and emotionally and spiritually draining it can be at times. But I feel like every phase and season through life that presents hardship, you know, if you really just keep digging, like you when driving down to London, you had £500 in your bank, like Theo having to sell his vehicle, the success leaves clues. And if you can always be willing to give something, you're always, it might take a day, it might take two, it might take a month, it might take a year, it might take 10. You are always going to get something, but the higher, the larger you are able to, or willing to sacrifice, the other side of that, you are, you know, you're going to get equally as much out. So
final question then, on that last £500 in my bank account, if you had £500 real quick, what would you do with that? What would you spend it on? Would you spend it on increasing your coaching skill? Would you spend it on putting ads out? Would you spend it on hiring a videographer? What would you spend it on?
I'd spend it on a personal branding coach.
No,
I'm on commission, by the way. I'm not.
Called Brandon for 10%.
What are you spending it on for you?
£500.
£500, and you was like, right, this is my £500 to build my business. You've thrown away £500 how many times?
Products, innit?
You just put it on a product and just say
yeah, product.
all on a product.
Yeah, product.
Yeah.
That's the line I'm in. E-commerce.
For me,
social commerce. It's not even really e-commerce. It's social commerce. E-commerce is Shopify, your website. Now social commerce is the social platform. That's how you're selling now. Socially. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is how you're selling.
Find a product that just people want. Easy access. If I had £500, it'd go on some sort of business mentorship. I think speaking to the right people, obviously, me building the Identity Lab has been helped with a business mentor at my backing.
Yeah.
Making sure that I'm making the right decisions and putting in the right amount of work, and also just giving me the double confirmation that I am going in the right direction with what I'm doing. Someone that's been there and done it and made a lot of money doing very similar sort of thing, I would invest in them, because, again, as I would with my physique, they've been there, they've done it, they've seen the obstacles, they know what they did wrong, and they can give you the answers that you need.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, coaches, mentors, definitely.
Coaches and
if I
mentors.
could have afforded one back then, I would have, but it was just me and YouTube.
YouTube, but that's how me and YouTube as well.
A lot of high
I did
blood pressure.
lot of stuff.
A lot of high blood pressure. Jano, so it was hard. Yeah, it was hard.
All right, cool. So I guess that's it. We've kind of gone through a lot of just random stuff. We did have a structure. We didn't stick to that structure at all. It's just been all over the place, but this is the first time we're talking. So there's probably a lot of stuff that we just needed to get out. I'm guessing the next time we will be a lot more structured, because we've got all of that base story stuff, all that base story stuff that you know about us now, and we've got that story out, so we can definitely hit you with some more actionable stuff last time. But everything's driven by story anyway, so hopefully by watching this and learning our stories, you'll buy our shit, basically.
You're not supposed to do that.
No. But you know how it is. I want you to watch this as a creator and as a business person, not just a consumer. As I say with everything on Instagram, don't just watch what I'm doing as a consumer. I'm doing stuff to make you buy from me just as much as I want you to do that stuff to then you can go get other people to buy from you. So learn from it. I'm saying it straight and direct, breaking the fourth wall and telling you,
100.
this is why we do this stuff. Now you go and do it so you can sell to other people. Game changed. No bullshit. I'm just giving it to you straight.
Free game for you there, lads.
Free game, right?
Free
In
game.
a bit. In a bit.
Peace. See you on TikTok.